Welcome to the Triathlon Nutrition Academy podcast, the show designed to serve you up evidence-based sports nutrition advice from the experts. Hi, I'm your host Taryn, accredited practicing dietitian, advanced sports dietitian, and founder of Dietitian Approved. Listen as I break down the latest evidence to give you practical, easy-to-digest strategies to train hard, recover faster, and perform at your best. You have so much potential, and I want to help you unlock that with the power of nutrition. Let's get into it. Welcome to the final episode of 2022. Woo! What I'm going to do with this episode is take you behind the scenes of our year. We had a cracking year at Dietitian Approved. So many cool things happened, and I'm really happy to share them with you. This episode is not my usual practical triathlon nutrition information, so if that's what you're here for, you might want to skip this episode, and that's totally fine. But I'm going to lift the curtain a little bit on stuff that I probably am not very good at sharing, to be honest. I'm not very good at celebrating our wins, but I'm learning to be better at that. At the moment, we're celebrating 1.5 years of podcasting, which is pretty cool. I never thought that I would run a podcast, oh my goodness, but it's been so much fun. I actually love it. It is weird, I'm not going to lie. I sit in my cupboard, like our wardrobe, to record these episodes for you. And it's weird thinking that I'm sitting here by myself, but you could be sitting on the wind trainer or driving your car or walking the dogs while you have me in your ear holes. That's pretty exciting. So we're up to 71 episodes, which is amazing. And I'm not going to lie, there is so much work that goes into a podcast. You might hear a 20-minute episode and you're like, oh, that was over really quickly. But there's hours and hours and hours of work from multiple different people that go into getting this thing going. I have to think about what on earth I'm going to talk about. I have to actually sit down and record it. Then my amazing media company, Bambi Media and Maylee edit for me. Thank you, Maylee. You're awesome. And then we do a whole heap of other stuff to get it out into the bandwaves for you. We do the transcript for people that don't want to listen. We put some snippets on social media so that you can see what this episode's about. It goes up on the website. We chuck it in an email. It goes on YouTube these days. There are so many things behind the scenes that happen to drop a short little episode like this. So thank you to everyone that puts in such hard work to get this show dropping in your ear holes every Friday morning. Now, I've got a massive list of things that I still want to talk to you about. So 2023 is going to be pretty epic when it comes to Triathlon Nutrition Academy podcast. If there is anything that you want me to talk about, though, feel free to send us an email, send me a DM on Insta. I'm totally happy to take suggestions and recommendations. I want to give you information that you want to know, so let's do it. So other than keeping up with a weekly drop of the podcast, I've also been working hard to build and develop our Triathlon Nutrition Academy program and help and support the 63 athletes who have walked through our doors so far. I'm so passionate about Dietitian Approved and the Triathlon Nutrition Academy being the worldwide hub for triathlon nutrition information. So I'm slowly chipping away at that year by year, but I feel like this year, 2022, I've really started to get a little bit of traction in that space, which is nice. So things are kind of starting to work. Stuff that I've been preparing for many years, I feel like some of that stuff is finally coming to fruition. Now, I'm not sure if I should tell you this or not, but I'm pretty open slather. So my goal for January, when we open the doors again, is to have 100 people, 100 triathletes total inside the academy. So if we've got 63 now, I'm not very good at maths, but that's 37 new triathletes joining our program in January. So if that's something that you are interested in and you want to be one of the 37, then make sure you've got your name on the wait list, dietitianapproved.com/academy to learn everything there is to know about the program. I'm going to take a little bit of a break as we head into Christmas now, but basically hit the ground running as we hit January, and we'll open doors on the 21st of January for the first time in 2023, which is pretty exciting. Also this year, I was the finalist in the Oz Mumpreneur Awards, which was pretty cool. I got to go to Sydney for the awards gala dinner one night, which was, a night off parenting. But that's actually the first award I've ever been nominated for. So in 2023, I'm going to actually start to put my feelers out for other awards and see what else we can come by. Because that was a really nice experience to be recognised for all of the hard work that you do in a way. We were also the recipient of a business grant, which again is the first for me. I've never got a grant before. I've never put in for a grant before. But that was a steep learning curve, but really nice to have the outcome of actually receiving that grant. And that has been a huge weight off the financial shoulders to get a few things done that I really wanted to get done, but just haven't really been able to financially justify them. We also did 4 epic days of filming with Steph from Steph Hansen Production to create some really cool things for the website. So if you haven't seen Steph's work yet, make sure you go and check it out, dietitianapproved.com. Have a good click around. There's some of Steph's video handiwork scattered all across the website, on the homepage, on the About page, on the Triathlon Nutrition Academy page. And that was so much fun doing that. And the outcome is just beautiful. This year, I also launched the Triathlon Nutrition Academy program. So I opened the doors for our September intake. I did that from Byron, the beautiful Byron Bay. It's one of my favourite places in Australia, or in the world actually. Now, I didn't get a lot of time to enjoy it, but it was nice to not be in my home environment, to concentrate on what I was doing and be fully present in that as well. We ran the 3-day online Triathlon Nutrition Academy camp for the first time, which was so much fun. And I'm going to do that again in January, actually. So if you do want to come and do it this time, go to dietitianapproved.com/camp. That'll run from the 23rd to the 25th of January over 3 days. And you can learn about everything that we cover in camp if you go and head to that page. It's just setting you up with some of the things that are important for your nutrition without having to go on a random diet or detox in the new year. So doing that and concentrating on that in Byron was so much fun. I did a lot of work there, I'm not going to lie. Like, you definitely saw the highlights reel over on my Instagram. You saw the sunsets that I got to watch every day. You saw my morning coffees at the beach. But other than that, I was like head down, bum up working. But I will definitely open doors from a different location that's not my house. Again, I'm not sure if you know, but I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. So work productivity at home is pretty low unless they're out of the house. And that's not very often. So it was nice to completely eject myself from all of the mum life that I have to manage at home. Like, that's a full-time job in itself. Like, holla, mums, you know what I'm talking about. But I can turn up better and help you better if I can concentrate on what I'm doing. I don't have a kid at my feet pulling down the computer cord while I'm trying to go live on Instagram. That's not so fun for me. Are you a triathlete sick of fumbling around in the dark with your nutrition? Is nutrition the missing link in helping you reach your goals? And do you want to maximize your training efforts and level up your performance? Of course you do. Come and join me for free at Fuel School. It's a free 3-day live and online nutrition training week. And I've designed it to give you the nutritional edge in 2024 and lay the foundation of your day-to-day fueling and race nutrition. It's on the 14th to the 16th of January, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, so Australian Eastern Standard Time every day, which is 3 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. CST, and 6 p.m. EST on the 13th to the 15th of January. To register, head to fuel.school. Yep, www.fuel.school. Whether you're a seasoned triathlete or just starting your nutrition journey, this free event is your opportunity to learn from an advanced sports dietitian and triathlon nutrition specialist and transform the way you approach your nutrition for 2024. Fuel.school, it's free. I'll see you there. So watch this space for where I decide to go from January. Any suggestions, please let me know. But I'm thinking somewhere, still beach, it's my favourite place in the world, and somewhere that has good coffee. They're like my 2 things that are super important. 2022 was also the year that I expanded my team for the first time ever. I brought on the wonderful Marie, who is officially an executive assistant, online business manager. She's basically my wingwoman and makes sure that I'm alive and make sure things happen. But she has taken so much pressure off me this year. I've always done everything as a sole trader, solopreneur, whatever you want to call myself, practitioner. I wear all the hats. I am the marketing expert and social media. I am the finance guru and the bookkeeper. I'm also the dietitian. I'm the admin. I do all the things. So it's been so nice to have someone take some of that load off me so that I can really concentrate on the things that I'm good at. Nutrition's my jam. I don't need to be doing emails and rescheduling and all those things. So thank you, Marie, if you're listening. You will be listening, but thank you for your help this year. I don't think I would have survived 2022 without you, to be honest. We also said goodbye to Leslie and welcomed the wonderful Marla, who is our behind-the-scenes admin guru. She does a lot of stuff in the back end. She helps a lot with the podcast and doing all the things that we need to kind of get it up on all the platforms. She also helps with the transcription for Power Hour. So every week I go live for the Triathlon Nutrition Academy guys in Power Hour. It's their chance every week to catch me, ask me questions specific to them and their situation, and it's recorded. And what we do is we transcribe it and timestamp conversation points and questions. So if people can't make it live, they can always just quickly go and skim or scan the conversation or go to that specific time point in the video where I answered their question. So it just means that wherever you are in the world, whether you're busy in a meeting or driving a car or whatever it is, you can still get help specifically from me, even if you can't make it. So Marla is pivotal in getting that happening on that day so that you can catch the replay up really quickly. Plus, she does loads of admin stuff in the back end and honestly, anything else I throw at her too. She's amazing. Thank you, Marla. I'm not sure what the plans are for Team 2023, but watch this space. Maybe in my review next year, you'll see what we've done. 2022 was also the year that we took a holiday. I'm not sure if you've been a long-time listener, but the year before, 2021, we didn't have the opportunity to have a break at all. Like -0. There was no holidays. It was insane. Do not recommend. So this year, my goal or our goal was to make sure we had at least 1 week scheduled off in the calendar. So we went to the beautiful Byron Bay. The weather was not that great, to be honest. And the surfing was also not that great. And the kids were also not that great. But it was really nice to not have to do much and not be in the office and just eject ourselves from our normal chaotic home situation. Next year, I'm going to be better at holidays again. It's a work in progress, right? I always talk about consistent little changes in habits over time with nutrition. Hey, look, you're getting some nutrition tips. I need to do that myself too, right? I'm not perfect. And so for us, it's actually stopping and taking a break. So we'll be better at holidays next year. That's the plan. On that, today is actually my last official day in the office. I'm switching off for 2022 today, Friday. I love to completely unplug over this period of time. No social media, email autoresponders go on, and I take a proper digital detox. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I love it, and then I also hate it. So I delete the apps off my phone, and you won't see a story from Dietitian Approved for the few weeks over Christmas, but we'll be back in January. It's all good. We're not going anywhere. To wrap up, I wanted to say thank you so much for listening for the last 70 episodes. This is the last episode for the year, but I'm not going to leave you high and dry. Over the next 3 weeks, I'm actually going to drop some crowd favorites, things that you loved listening to, so that if you're somebody that likes to continue to listen to things over this period or you have more time to catch up, there is still a weekly drop. And then we are hitting the ground running in January 2023. I've got some really exciting things planned for you next year, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you want to get organized with your nutrition, there's a few things happening in January that you might want to have a look at now over this period of time. You've got the online Triathlon Nutrition Training Camp. So go to dietitianapproved.com/camp to check that out. And you can register now as well if you know that you want to come and do that. I'm also opening doors to the Triathlon Nutrition Academy program. So if you want help with your nutrition, January is the perfect time to do that. I will make sure you don't go on some weird diet or detox. We're going to do things right with your nutrition and hit the ground running for the year as well. So make sure you go to dietitianapproved.com/academy. Get your name on the wait list if it's not already, because I'll be sending out a special bonus email relatively soon after we come back to the office that you're going to want to be getting. You don't want to miss that email. Once that email goes out, it doesn't get resent. And the third thing, if you are a Brisbane local, Brisbane, Australia, then Hugh and I are running that triathlon nutrition workshop again in January, the 21st. So if you want to check that out, go to dietitianapproved.com/triathlon workshop. I'll put all of these links in the show notes so you don't have to remember those things if you're driving. But Hugh is our resident exercise physiologist, and he is going to help you with specific exercise and knowing what you need to do for strength training, specifically for triathlon. And I'm going to help you nail your recovery nutrition. We dive deep into exactly what you need, what the boxes are that you need to tick, and how to know how much you need specifically for you. And then we get really practical and translate that into food, and I teach you how to build your perfect recovery meals yourself. So that is for Brisbane-based triathletes only. Apologies if you don't live in Brisbane. If you live on the Sunshine Coast or Gold Coast, you might want to travel. It's totally worth it. Well, I think it's worth it. But for those people that aren't local, then definitely check out the online triathlon camp. That is also really good information. So 3 things in January to help set your year up for success if you're thinking you need some help with your nutrition. If you haven't got it yet and you maybe need it, make sure you grab my Festive Season Survival Guide. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need to manage this silly season, including 36 festive recipes that are going to help you if you need to take a plate to somewhere, or you're catering, or you just want to make some nice food yourself at home that's a little bit festive. So go to dietitianapproved.com/festive. And because you are a lovely listener, I'm going to give you $12 off if you use the code TNA for Triathlon Nutrition Academy. I just want to say a massive Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Please don't do anything weird and wonderful over this period of time. Just be normal, eat well, but enjoy the festivities as well. I can't believe I'm saying this, but see you in 2023. Thanks for joining me for this episode of the Triathlon Nutrition Academy podcast. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or want to share with me what you've learnt, email me at podcast@dietitianapproved.com. You could also spread the word by leaving me a review and taking a screenshot of you listening to the show. Don't forget to tag me on social media at dietitian.approved so I can give you a shout out too. If you want to learn more about what we do, head to dietitianapproved.com. And if you want to learn more about the Triathlon Nutrition Academy program, head to dietitianapproved.com/academy. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to helping you smash it in the 4th leg. Nutrition!